216 BC, the fields near Cannae in southern Italy. One of the largest armies of the Roman Republic faced the genius of Carthaginian general Hannibal. In a single day, over 50,000 Romans would perish, in the most humiliating defeat in Rome's history. This is the story of the Battle of Cannae, a masterpiece of military strategy. It all began in 218 BC, the Second Punic War between Carthage and Rome. Hannibal, one of the boldest commanders in history, famously crossed the Alps with an army and even wore elephants, striking directly into the heart of Italy. After victories at the Tribia, the Ticinus and Lake Trasimene, Rome was desperate to stop him. The Senate assembled a colossal force, nearly 80,000 men, the largest army the Republic had ever fielded. Against them, Hannibal commanded barely 50,000, but his plan was brilliant. The Romans relied on sheer numbers, heavy infantry packed in deep formations, supported by cavalry on the flanks. Hannibal's army was more diverse: Libyan heavy infantry, Spanish and Gallic warriors, and skilled cavalry led by commanders like Hasdrubal. But Hannibal's true weapon was not numbers. It was his mind. On August 2nd, 216 BC, the two armies met near Cannae. Hannibal arranged his infantry in the center in a convex arc. He knew the Romans would push forward with overwhelming force, and that was exactly what he wanted. As the Roman mass advanced, Hannibal's center gradually gave way, bending backwards. The arc turned concave, and the Romans poured in, believing they were winning.
The Romans pushed us back, step by step. My shield shook under their blows.
At that moment, Hannibal's African infantry on the flanks pivoted inward, striking the Romans from both sides. Meanwhile, the Carthaginian cavalry crushed Rome's horsemen, circled around, and attacked from the rear. The Roman army was completely surrounded, trapped in the legendary Double Envelopment. In the chaos, tens of thousands were packed so tightly they could not even raise their swords. It became a slaughter, a sea of steel closing in from every direction. The losses were catastrophic. Ancient sources claim that between 50,000 and 70,000 Romans were killed, including many senators and commanders. Carthaginian casualties were around 6,000 to 8,000, a fraction of Rome's losses.
The sun was setting when I crawled over the bodies of my comrades. The field was silent. Only the crows sang. I lived, but Rome had died that day.
Cannae was the greatest disaster in Roman military history. And yet, Rome did not surrender. The Senate refused peace, raising new armies and prolonging the war. In the end, Carthage would be defeated. Hannibal, despite his brilliance, would never capture the city of Rome itself. The Battle of Cannae remains one of the greatest tactical masterpieces in history, the perfect example of encirclement. Hannibal's strategy is still studied in military academies around the world. It is proof that numbers alone do not guarantee victory. Sometimes, mind and strategy triumph over sheer force. And so we ask, if you were in the place of Rome's generals, how would you have stopped Hannibal?